everyone. Yes, I am alive and well. I just decided to take a break from blogging and blogging for a week because I was on spring break, and it was either have fun and forget about everything or stress out about writing a blog so you have to be home earlier than you normally would be. So I obviously picked the former because, you know, it's a once in a lifetime sort of shot, and yeah, I've now established exactly like how I'm gonna document my time here in terms of like merchandise, so that's exciting. Yeah. The last time that we spoke, it was like the last day of the UNICEF summit, and it was like all really cool and everything, and yeah, I did have a fun time there. It was exciting, and then yeah, I managed to go to the American Indian Museum on the Monday, and I also managed to go to the Museum of African Art. And highlights include, so okay, in the first one, the American Indian Museum, I like basically needed to go because I needed to find like tribe names for my indigenous peoples essay, because I'm basically going to be speaking about Native Americans, but I need to find one particular Native American and like discuss decolonization with that one group. So I've got like a list to choose from now, so now I just need to do my research, and so that's all cool. I also had a burrito there, which was nice. And then, yeah, the Museum of African Art, that was kind of on a whim. So like basically I kind of walked down from the American Indian Museum. I just kind of passed the Air and Space Museum, and I was just kind of walking, and like this one museum looked kind of cool, so I like went round and I saw the Yinka Shonugwa, I've forgotten what it's called, but basically it's like a picture of, no, it's like a sculpture of like sails, and it's supposed to like talk about, it's supposed to like kind of show trade, nationalism, colonialism, all of those things. They kind of evoked within the sculpture, and it's like really cool. And so that was really nice. And then when I walked in, it was like 2 floors, I think, and it was like really amazing kind of seeing African art, because I don't think I've ever properly had the chance to like see it in so much detail. Like I saw it at the Horniman Museum back in Britain, but it wasn't that much. So yeah, that was like really amazing to like see. And honestly, the highlight for me was there were these like masks. I don't know what they use the masks for, but the amount of detail that is in the mask is amazing. Like I spent like a good 20 minutes just staring at it, trying to work out how they managed to carve all of these bits out of this one material. And it was just, oh, it was so cool. I really liked it. And then yeah, I was supposed to walk over to the Freer and Sackler Gallery, and then I realized, wait, it's too big, because by the time I like finished the African Art Museum, I took a lot longer than I was expecting to. So I like finished the art museum at around 4:30, and it was like, welp, I guess I can't really do much now. And so I like went through like this like passageway sort of underneath that kind of connects the two. Turns out that was the Smithsonian Institute, and I like briefly saw the Hope Diamond or something like that. It was like a really pretty blue diamond, and it was nice. I didn't take a picture of it because it didn't really interest me as much. Like jewelry is not that exciting to me, but it was pretty, I will not lie. That was really eye-catching. But yeah, I kind of like legged it to the Freer and Sackler Gallery, and I quickly got like a map, and then I was speaking to the security guard who pointed out my accent. It was like slightly awkward, but there you are. I feel like I just need to learn to accept it, but I don't think I ever will. And yeah, so I quickly got a map of the Freer and Sackler Gallery, and then I headed to Chinatown to go and get dinner. I ended up getting like some rice with vegetables in it. It tasted really good, but I kind of regret not getting a large. But yeah, overall it was like a really good day. So I woke up late on Tuesday because I underestimated how much walking I'd be doing in DC. And so I was really tired, but like it was fine because like I like got up at a decent time, managed to have brunch in Nando's, which was great. So me and Mayuko, who's my Japanese exchange student friend, yeah, we basically both went to Nando's because she's never had it before, and I was like, I'm gonna try American Nando's, let's see if it's any different. It's different, okay? It's not the same. British Nando's is like so much better. In America, they have like a different menu, and like the butterfly burger isn't even a thing. Like it's a thing, but it's not a thing. It makes sense if you like see the menu. But yeah, I was slightly disappointed, not gonna lie. but I guess because I put expectations on it, that's why it kind of turned out the way it did, I think. And yeah, and surprisingly, when I went to Nando's, I also bumped into another British guy. So his name's Fergus, and he was with his wife, and basically they were really nice people. We were talking about how we found America to be, and turns out him and his wife, they met at like a camp, and it was like really cute. And you know, when he told me about the whole Camp America sort of thing, I'm like kind of interested in that. So if I could do something like that, that's like a really good way to travel. But I don't know, it doesn't seem likely. But yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, so that happened. I mean, yeah, ironically in America I meet a British person in Nando's. I think it says a lot about our country though, don't you think? And then after that, yeah, I went to the Freer and Sackler Gallery, and that was really cool. That was honestly one of the coolest places I've ever been to. So yeah, I briefly kind of went in to go and get a map yesterday. I mean, on the Monday, but then yeah, on the Tuesday I actually went in, and it was amazing. So I started off in the Sackler Gallery, and there was like a whole exhibition dedicated to different Buddhas, and I got to learn about how, depending on the pose of the Buddha, it's like saying something different about whatever. So that was like really interesting. It kind of reminds me of like Indian classical dancing, where all the hand gestures and stuff, they mean stuff. So that was really cool to like learn about. I also learned a bit more about Hinduism, which is always nice. I love learning a bit more about myself as well, so I'm glad that I got to do that in the Sackler Gallery. Yeah, and then I went through like this underpass to get to the Freer Gallery, I believe. I could have got them mixed up, I don't know which one's which. All I know is that it was amazing. But yeah, this bigger museum that I went to, basically they kind of separated it by country. So I went to China, I went to Japan, I went to India, I went to the Islamic world, and Thailand as well, I think. But yeah, basically they were all sort of arranged in like a nice order, and it was like really cool. I basically took a brief tour of Asia through the artifacts and through the history and all of that, so that was really cool. But the highlight is definitely the Peacock Room. I don't think words can truly describe how amazing that place was. I like walked in and it's like all green, right? And there's like this giant mural on like one side, and there were like two peacocks sort of painted who were fighting, basically. And oh my gosh, it was just amazing. And the shelves, they were filled with like loads of different artifacts, like porcelain plates and spoons and cups, and it was amazing because it was like from all over the world. And I spent so long in that room just looking through everything. But it was seriously one of the most beautiful rooms I have ever been in. It was just so cool. Yeah, and then after that, I would have gone elsewhere, but I had to basically move to a different Airbnb. But it was cool. So me and Mayuko, basically, we kind of met up after I went to the Freer and Sackler Gallery and she went to the museum. Museum is also kind of cool. I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to go see it, but you know, there's always like next time. But yeah, so we basically had to move to a different Airbnb. I accidentally booked out a whole apartment rather than a room. But you know what? It worked out fine in the end, and yeah, it was a really nice apartment, so that was really cool. And we ordered Thai food out for dinner, which like I've missed the taste of pad Thai. I'm glad that I got to have Thai food whilst being here. Wednesday was kind of my last day in DC. It was like emotional, but it was also kind of cool. So like me and Mayuko, we made a point to like wake up early, and then we went to the Air and Space Museum, and yeah, it was really cool, kind of taking pictures of all the planes, and like I actually got to touch a rock from the moon, which was exciting. So that happened. And yeah, it's not really a place where you can spend long in, but I guess it's probably because my interests don't really lie in air and space, but I like went to it, which was cool, because I feel like that's just kind of one of the centerpieces of the Smithsonian that you kind of have to go to, whether you want to or not. Where else did I go? The final place that I went to. So you see, I could have either gone to the American Museum or the Library of Congress, and so what I did was I like quickly ran into the American Museum, took like a picture of the Declaration of Independence because I wanted to see like the desk and all of that, but like besides that I didn't really care because American history, I like the history and I like the events. The artifacts, I don't feel like they're all that exciting because I've seen stuff from like the Middle Ages. Like everything they have in that museum is not that old, so I didn't really worry about it too much. And yeah, and then I went to the Library of Congress, and oh my god, that place is beautiful. They painted everything in like a Greco-Roman style, and the architecture is like done really nicely, and there's like a huge history behind it. And yeah, it was like kind of nice to like roam. I also registered to be a reader of the Library of Congress, so now I have access to all of those like documents and stuff, even when I'm like back home. So that's all good. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good day on that day. And then afterwards, I met up with my friend Liam because he's studying in Virginia right now. And yeah, we went to go and get some dinner, and we were just talking about the differences that we kind of experienced, because he went on like a road trip, which was like pretty cool and kind of made me jealous because I really wish I could drive. But yeah, so he was talking to me about California and about Florida and about all of those places, and that was like really cool. Like just kind of talking to him, like, because we've had pretty different experiences, both because of our gender, our race, our age, basically loads of different factors. So yeah, every person who comes to America will have a different experience with it, which I think is like really cool. But yeah, that was Wednesday.